Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into my channel. I'm Brandy J. This is going to be one of my first videos for my channel based off of motivational stuff, and not only motivational stuff but all type of informative things or whatever. This video strictly pertains to credit restoration. Now, just to be clear, I am no financial advisor. I'm not a credit restorer or whatever, but I know how to restore some stuff. But I'm not licensed for it, and I just want to share with y'all what I know. So if I could be informative in some type of way, if I could help somebody, I'm just going to go ahead and help somebody. Like, I'm not the type of person to withhold information. Like, if I know something, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to charge you for... Look, I don't have time for all of that, okay? So let's just cut straight to the chase and just get to it. So, it's a few things that you can do as far as starting to rebuild your credit. I understand some of you all might not have the finances to seek credit restoration, because a lot of these companies do tax. I'm not here to point those out. None of that up on those people, because that's their income, that's their business, that's it, that's all. But I do understand that some of y'all, can't pay for it. So y'all be left in situations where y'all have to go ahead and fend for yourselves. Y'all got to go ahead and try to do the best that y'all can do, Google, whatever. However, that's what a lot of us did, truth be told. And we just gathered up stuff from different search engines and, Google, YouTube, just people telling us, like, just knowledge all together. We just, just put it in one big old bubble and whatever. So one of the things that people may suggest is writing the credit bureaus. Now, let me tell you my input on that. I ain't got nothing against the credit, like writing to them or none of that, but I'm not gonna do it, okay? I'm not licking no envelope, sending nothing to nobody. So let me tell you how I remove stuff. I get online, and I also get on the phone and call the credit bureaus, to go ahead and remove stuff. Now, a lot of people always say, girl, go ahead and dispute, or boy, go ahead and dispute, woo this, woo that. But that's just what they're saying. They don't really know what come behind that stuff. Let me tell you what really comes behind this stuff. And this is what people don't want you to know, because they want you to pay for it all the time. But I'm going to tell you the real deal. You got to freeze your credit report first. Yeah, you got to freeze your credit report first. And I don't mean just regularly go through TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. No, you need to go to CoreLogic, SageStream, LexisNexis, Innovis, stuff like that. Because those companies right there, they are in charge. Those are like the head companies that run all three of those accounts. So when you go ahead and freeze your credit report, the burden of proof is on the lender or whoever put it on your credit report, right? That's the burden. It's on them. So say, for instance, just give an example. You got a medical bill from Ingalls, right? Any hospital, whatever. You got a medical bill from Ingalls. You didn't pay them. Or maybe you did pay them and your insurance only paid half. So now it's on your credit report because now you owe them some money, right? All right. So you got that on your credit report. When you go ahead and dispute, you need to first go ahead and freeze your credit report, like I just said, through those mainstream sites. Do that, and then go up on there and dispute. Now, when you go up on there and dispute, you're going to put it, I think it's like a box or something. If I'm not mistaken, it's a box that says, like, I have no knowledge of this account. Right? You're not going to say no identity theft and all that other stuff, because they're going to go ahead and try to make you submit paperwork and all this other stuff. You ain't got no police report. You ain't got none of that. It ain't even all that serious, okay? Right, whatever. So you're going to go ahead and just say you ain't got no knowledge of this account, because the burden of proof is on the lender. So you went on ahead and got a Ingalls bill, but that's not who put it on your credit report. Ingalls hired a third-party company to go ahead and put that on your credit report. So since that's on your credit report. The burden of proof is on the lender or whoever. Like I said, it ain't even on Ingles no more because Ingles didn't put it on there. So now that your credit report is frozen, they have to go ahead and try to run your credit report, right? To say, okay, this person inquired about this. This is this person's debt. Woo woo. But how you gonna do that, boo, if my stuff is frozen? You can't access anything on my credit report to prove that it was even me. You cannot access that. It's frozen. Don't lock it. Do not lock it. I mean, after all my research, I ain't gonna lie, I don't think that I really took the time out to fully understand why you just don't lock it. I know for a fact you freeze it and that's it. You can also lift the freeze and all this other stuff, but you want, while you have active disputes going on, you want to go ahead and freeze their credit report because there's no way in the world that they can even run your stuff if it's a freeze on it. So don't be trying to apply for stuff or whatever because you're going to get denied because you sat up here and froze your credit report. So nobody can go ahead and run your credit reports for a new credit card, for a mortgage, for none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't get your credit report ran. You have to unfreeze it at that point in time. But that's a whole nother topic. We talking about strictly when you trying to dispute stuff. It ain't just dispute it. You got to freeze that credit report first. Okay? I'm telling you now. And I told you the sites that you need to go through. And if y'all need help, y'all can always reach out to me. I will go ahead and help y'all. I don't care about helping nobody. It is what it is. I want everybody to win. But that's what you go ahead and do. So now that the medical bill is on there, you know for a fact that when you was at Ingles, you signed paperwork with Ingles or whatnot, you know, a medical waive or whatever they had you sign. But like I said, they didn't put it on your credit report. So once you go ahead and dispute it, the burden of proof is on the person who put it on there, and they can't prove that this was you that inquired about this. They can't prove that this was your debt. So guess what? Credit bureaus have 30 days to respond back to disputes, right? About like 30 to 45 days or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 30. It never ever took me 30 anything to get nothing removed. I'm just saying. But I know for a fact that Equifax has a very long time. They close to about that 30 to 45 mark before they go ahead and respond back to something. But by that time, I done already got stuff taken care of, you know, through the other bureaus and yeah, they followed. And keep in mind that Equifax, they're a little bit harder to kind of remove stuff up off your credit report, but it can still be done. It can still be done the same way or whatever. Also, TransUnion, Experian moves a whole lot faster, like faster than all of them. So when you go ahead and, you know, get that up off your credit report, and these is inquiries, accounts, you know, all that. But what you do not want to do is you don't want to go ahead and dispute nothing that's open. You don't want to do that at all because then it's going to close. And then that's going to be a negative impact on your credit report. And that's not what you want. I don't think you that thirsty for something to close on your account that's open and you trying to fix your stuff. And that is just like you wondering why your score not getting better. It's because you just sat up here and disputed something that's open, like an open credit card that you actually use every day or whatever. Like that's not what you want. Or a car loan, like a car that you have, and then you're going to sit up here and dispute the account. Like, why would you do that? Like, no, you don't do stuff like that. You do it for, like, old inquiries. And, you know, like I said, I'm not a credit professional. I just know what works for me, and I'm helping y'all because some of y'all got stuff up on that. Even I even had somebody come to me and ask me how could they remove, what was it, like I think it was like a furniture finance or something like that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I have no knowledge of this account. Remove it. Then yeah, you know, that is it. That's it. That's all. You know, that's what works. And if y'all want like more of a detailed video, I could definitely break down the steps more in detail. I'm just going ahead spitting some type of knowledge to y'all. So to get y'all on track so y'all can have some type of leeway on how to start, you know, or whatever the case may be. But that's that. Another step that you could take is when you go on there, you could go ahead and, like I said, always freeze it. I'm sorry, just always, even during the steps that I'm about to tell you, because like I said, the burden of proof is on the person who put it on there, and that's just what it is. So that's just if you're doing it online. That's only if you're doing it online. Now, if you're gonna go ahead and call in, you got two options. You can either say, hey, I have unauthorized inquiries on my credit report. Boom, they remove them in 24 hours. You go ahead and name, but that takes time. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you can't do everything online. So that's why I'm giving the option to speak to a live representative to, go ahead and do it like that. So, you go ahead and tell them, hey, I have unauthorized inquiries on my credit report or collections. This really worked for inquiries though. But I have unauthorized inquiries on my credit report, and I would like to go ahead and remove those. You go ahead, you tell them all of those inquiries, and they will remove them 9 times out of 10 in 24 to 48 hours. But really, 24 though. But don't get impatient. If it's 25, 26 hours, that means they're working up on the 48-hour mark. But it's going to get deleted. Trust and believe. Also, what is it? Also, another option that you have is to settle your debt. Settle your debt. A lot of people really don't want to settle debt because it's like, well, that's why we're trying to dispute it, because we don't have the money, right? Okay, but sometimes the people don't remove it off the credit report. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got that advanced as far as the student loan mark and stuff, like telling people how to remove the student loans and everything. Like I said, I am not a credit repair specialist. I'm just telling y'all what works for me, and hopefully it works for you. If y'all do what I told y'all to do, it will. But another thing is, like I said, you can go ahead and just settle your debt. Now, when you go ahead and settle your debt and talk to a customer service representative, from the settlement department or whatever, however, you want to make sure that you friendly on the phone with those people. Don't get on here like, I'm tired of y'all putting stuff on, calling me all the time, trying to get this money. I ain't got it. And never own up to your debt. Don't you ever own up to that debt. I don't care. Don't you ever do it. Why would you do that? Don't you ever do that. Don't ever own up to the debt. That's just so stupid. Don't be all up on the phone talking to them people crazy. At the end of the day, they doing their job. And it's time for you to do yours by doing what I told you to do. So, yeah, just when you talk to them people, be nice, because it's a thing called power of persuasion, right? You can literally persuade somebody into doing what you want and need them to do by being nice to them, talking to them, all of that. So things might be able to work in your favor. After all, because they might be able to do things for you that they don't have to do for you on the phone. So be nice to them people. And when you get on the phone with them people, like I said, don't get too comfortable to the point where you like, oh yeah, I know that that's my debt. I know I did have that bill, but that was like 3 years ago. Or I know that I owe them. I'm just waiting until I get the money so I can go ahead and pay them. Like, don't do that. Like, that's stupid. That's the stupidest thing you could have ever done. And now you ain't getting nothing removed because you a goofy. So just look, like I said, that's what it is, and that's what you is if you do that. So just, don't even do that. So just get up on the phone with them and see if you can go ahead and like settle a debt or something. If you can go ahead and like settle the debt. And if you can't settle the debt, always try to get like a nice settlement amount and ask for a deletion letter. Now, your deletion letter is pretty much like your insurance policy, okay? It's like your insurance policy. So like, that's your proof. Just in case they didn't go ahead and delete, delete it. You gave me a deletion letter, delete it. Before you even pay anything, baby, before you pay anything up on there, do I get a deletion letter? Because if I don't get a deletion letter, I'm about to keep trying to dispute this stuff. Because what good is it if you paid it off on your account and it's still on there? It doesn't help your credit score or none of that. It's just a paid collection and it don't help. So shoot, yeah, give me that deletion letter, you know. So find out if you can go ahead and, you know, get a deletion letter or whatever, you know, prior to paying off the collection. And you know, sometimes it's best to go ahead, it's best to go ahead and pay off, you know, those accounts, like, especially if they like simple bills that's like $100, $200 or something, you know what I'm saying, like $300, even $500 bills, you know what I'm saying, sometimes even $800, anything like that's under $1,000, and a lot of the times more so, even if it's under $500. Please make a settlement amount on something like that. That it's not even worth all the 30 to 45 days and all of this stuff waiting for the credit bureaus to get back to you to remove something that was $200. And say, for instance, you didn't have the $200, but you qualified for a settlement, so you can go ahead and get it paid down to $100, $75. Like, please go ahead and pay that. Come on now. I understand. Like I said, I understand that sometimes the finances just ain't there. But if it can be there, if it can, please go ahead and pay that. Like, because at this point, if you don't have $75 to settle or $100 to settle some type of debt, baby, you ain't qualifying for nothing right now anyway. So, child, that's a whole other, because that's ridiculous. But I ain't here to judge nobody. Like I said, I ain't there. I ain't here to judge nobody. Everybody finances is different, and sometimes you just ain't got the extra $75 to spare, $100, whatever amount. So whatever, but those are some of the things that you can do to, you know, like boost that credit score right away. I told you how to go ahead and boost that credit in 24 hours. Hello, yeah, this is not my unauthorized, boom, whatever. And I also told you how to go ahead and do it on the phone, you know, as far as like collections and inquiries and all of that stuff. So, you know, I mean, I did tell y'all, you can also go ahead and submit I believe it's like, if I'm not mistaken, but you can go ahead and Google it if I'm wrong. I think it's like a 607 and 611 letters or 609 letters, something like that of that nature. You can go ahead and Google the dispute letters and everything, and, you know, go ahead and send them to each credit bureau and everything. But me personally, I'm not licking no envelope sending anything. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. So yeah, I'm not licking no envelope, doing all of that, mailing it all off, and when I can go ahead and get pretty much almost an instant result, you know, if not those instant results. So yeah, and then on top of that, some of those credit bureaus and stuff, they be having something like, I don't know, it's like they be knowing by all of those letters being the same and already like pre-typed and everything. Pretty much, it's like that plagiarism or whatever, you know, whatever you call it. It's like they know, and I don't know if since since that's so common that they go ahead and just reject your request or whatever. Look, nobody has time for that. Okay, I'm not licking the envelope, sending it in the mail, paying for a stamped envelope, all for you to tell me you ain't removing it. Goodbye. I will be on the phone. I will, yeah, either way. So that's it. That's all I really wanted to share with y'all. And I'm also going to make more, you know, content and everything. You know, if I can go ahead and help, you know, y'all in other ways, please go ahead and reach out to me. And yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. I'm gonna try to post daily, and it's not just gonna be videos of this, it's gonna also be, you know, videos of hair and everything, like wigs and everything. So I mean, I guess whatever y'all like, I'll go ahead and post. And if you don't like it, I do accept feedback too. You know, that's a part of being an adult, you know, direct criticism. But if you do like it and you rocking with me and want to see more and everything, go ahead and subscribe, give it a thumbs up, you know, comment, let me know how you feel about this video and what you plan on seeing in the future. Thanks, bye.